Pure Maths P1, June 2021, variant 1.3. Before I proceed further, let me focus on some of the dates. There will be a live session on the CAIE group on 3rd of May, and that will be actually from 8 p.m. onwards. That is tomorrow. And there will be all these sessions definitely will be on my YouTube channel. There will be some P1 lectures like today. Most probably I'll be solving a November paper, one of the variants. And then 3rd May would be on YouTube as well as in CAIE. And 9th and 10th May for S1. So stay tuned for more papers. Let's get started with the working. Let's look at the first question. A curve with equation y is equals to fx is given. It is given that fx is such that f prime x is equals to this. So f prime x is like y prime x. F prime x is 6x squared minus 8x minus 2, right in the proper format. It is given that the curve passes through the point 2, 7. Find fx. So this is a question about integration. So let's integrate. Fx equals to integral of 6x squared minus 8x minus 2 dx. Integrate each term, that is 6x cubed over 3 minus 8x raised to power of minus 2 plus 1 minus 2 plus 1. I went a bit slow with the negative sign. Now, first simplify, that is 2x cubed, and then negative 1, negative 8, that is positive 8 over x plus c. Now 2, 7, what does it mean? It means when x is 2, y is 7. Another name for y is fx. So plug it in. 7 equals to 2 into 2 cube, 8 over 2 plus c. So therefore this is 16, this is 4, this is c, this is 7, 27 and c, therefore c comes out to be negative 13. Therefore the final answer, the final equation, that is fx equals to 2x cubed plus 8 over x plus actually minus 13. That is the equation of the curve. Question number 1 done. Question number 2. Now it says the function f is defined by such and such. It is given that f is a decreasing function. So it's a decreasing function, increasing function thing, differentiation. Find the maximum possible value of the constant a. Fx is 1/3 2x minus 1 raised to power of 3 over 2 minus 2x. Differentiate. So 1/3 remains as it is. 3 over 2 comes down, 2x minus 1, power reduces by half. Don't forget to multiply by derivative of bracket, which is 2, and the derivative of negative 2x is simply negative 2. Check everything. It's always wise to do that. This 3 cancels, this 2 cancels. What am I left with? I'm left with square root 2x minus 1 minus 2. Decreasing function, so you should write clearly. Decreasing function means the derivative of the function should be less than 0, only less, no equality. So root 2x minus 1 minus 2 is less than 0. Root 2x minus 1 is less than 2. Square both sides, 2x minus 1 is less than 4. 2x is less than 5, x is less than 5 over 2, and your working stops over here. Now compare this thing with this portion. X is lesser than a. So therefore x is lesser than 5 over 2. All the numbers would be smaller than this. So therefore the greatest value is 5 over 2. That is the answer. Question number 3. What is this about? A line with equation is a tangent to the curve. So what is the equation of the line? Y is equals to mx minus 6. What's the equation of the curve? Y equals to x squared minus 4x plus 3. Form a single equation. x square minus 4x plus 3 is mx minus 6. As soon as you read the question, you get a feel of what the question is all about. You should get a feel at this point. Find the possible values of constant m. So first of all, tangent means b square minus 4ac condition. So this is quadratics with the concept of discriminant. So let me make it into a single equation. So therefore, x square minus 4x minus mx plus 3 plus 6 equals to 0. X square plus inside the bracket minus 4 minus m plus 9 equals to 0. So therefore, this is the coefficient of x. Compare it with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. What is a? A is 1. What is b? Minus common 4 plus m. What is c? That is 9. Therefore, b square minus 4ac is equal to 0 minus 4 plus m. The whole thing square minus 4 into 1 into 9 is equal to 0. 4 plus m, the whole thing square minus 36 equals to 0. 4 plus m, the whole thing square is equals to 36. No need to open up the bracket. 4 plus m is plus minus 6. Therefore, either or 4 plus m equals to negative 6. M equals to negative 10. 4 plus m equals to positive 6. M equals to positive 2. That means there are two options. First of all, one option, let's write the equation. Over here is 4 minus m. So minus 4 minus m, first of all, write when m is negative 10 minus 4 minus m is actually minus 4 minus minus 10. That is minus 4 plus 10, correct? That is 6. That is the coefficient of b. When m is plus 2, minus 4 minus m minus 4 minus 2, that is minus 6. So therefore, the coefficient of the a value is still 1. It's still 9. It's the b value that changes. So x square, let me change it into the marker. X square plus 6x plus 9 equals to 0. And x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals to 0. These are the two possible equations that we get, either this or this. If I factorize the first one, that is x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9 equals to 0. X plus 3 plus 3x plus 3 equals to 0. Therefore, x plus 3 equals to 0. Therefore, x plus 3 whole square equals to 0. Therefore, x is negative 3. We are solving for what? We have found the possible values, corresponding coordinates at which the line touches the curve. This is the x value. And what will be the y value? That we need to calculate. Wait a minute. Hold for a second. When this scenario is there, x squared minus 3x plus 9 equals to 0. X minus 3 minus 3x minus 3 equals to 0. X minus 3 equals to 0. X minus 3 whole square equals to 0. Therefore, x is equals to plus 3. So you get two values of x. And now what else do you need? You need the corresponding values of y. So I think better option is to use y is equals to mx minus 6. So remember, y equals to mx minus 6. Y equals to mx minus 6. M is 6. So this is m is minus 10. So this is y equals to m is minus 10, x is minus 3 minus 6. 30 minus 6 is 24. And over here, y equals to m is 2. This is 2 and x is 3 and this is minus 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. So therefore, the final two answers, one answer is minus 3 comma 24. And the other answer is 3 comma 0. These are the final two answers for this one. Now let me explain one more thing. That is, when we have the quadratic formula, Now, sometimes people take quadratics for granted. Okay, quadratics is something very, very strong, and it plays a big role in other chapters also. So now let me explain one more thing to you. When we have the formula x is equals to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac, the whole thing over 2a. So for tangent scenarios, b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus b over 2a. That means in this particular scenario, this is the value of b. Remember, this is b and this is b because this is b. So in the first scenario, when m is negative 10, b is 6, a is 1, when m is positive 2 and b is negative 6 and a is still 1, so therefore the x coordinate would be minus 6 divided by 2 times 1, which comes out to be minus 3. And x is equals to minus negative 6 over 2 times 1. This comes out to be positive 3. So I'm just re-emphasizing that without factorization, this thing is basically this thing. And this thing is basically this thing. So remember this. Question number 4. That is about trigonometry. So trig. And then you have an identity. And naturally, the next one has to be something like that, an equation. So it's an identity and then it's an equation. Now let's get started with this question. It says, show that the equation where k is a constant may be expressed in this form such and such. Now let me first write numerator. The numerator is tangent x plus sine x. Let me first simplify. That is sine over cos plus sine. That is sine plus cos sine over cos. So I can tell the examiner, let sine x be written as s and cosine x be written as c. Similarly, the denominator, that is tan x minus sine x, tangent x minus sine x. That is sine over cos minus sine. That is sine minus cos sine over cos. So this is the numerator. This is the denominator. Now simplify. I'm just simplifying this side. Okay. So be careful. This is the numerator. That is this thing now. And the denominator, this thing, is this thing now. So numerator over denominator, first simplify, then equal it to k. So therefore sine plus cos sine divided by cosine divided by sine minus cos sine over cosine, s plus cs divided by c into c over s minus cs. Take common, s common, 1 plus c, and into divided by s common 1 minus c. So therefore this is 1 plus c over 1 minus c. So the numerator over denominator, it simplifies to this over this. And they are simply saying this thing equals to k. So 1 plus c over 1 minus c equals to k. Okay. Now what else? Hence express cosine x in terms of k. So 1 plus c, 1 minus c equals to k. 1 plus c is k, 1 minus c. 1 plus c is k minus kc, and c plus kc is equals to k minus 1. C common, 1 plus k is k minus 1. In other words, c is k minus 1 over 1 plus k. So this is what you get. K minus 1, 1 plus k, or it can beautifully be written as k minus 1, k plus 1. Now it says, hence solve the equation. Tangent x plus sine x equals to, over tangent x minus sine x equals to 4. So basically, isn't that k equals to 4? Have a look. 1 plus cosine, 1 minus cosine equals to k. So this is your k and this was your k, and then you made c the subject in terms of k. So now instead of 4, what do we have? This is basically k, and this thing, the left hand side is 1 plus c, 1 minus c. This is 1 plus c, 1 minus c. And this is equals to 4. So I mean, what's the big deal about it? So c is 4 minus 1 over 4 plus 1, which is 3 over 5. That's what c is. So now it's between minus pi and pi. Now this is important. What do we mean by minus pi and pi? Now when we say minus pi to pi, basically it means 0 to pi. Let me write in purple. So it means 0 to pi and 0 to negative pi. 0 to pi is like the first quadrant and the second quadrant. That is anti-clockwise angle. And 0 to minus pi is clockwise angle, that is the fourth quadrant and the third quadrant. Now since cosine is positive, we are interested in first and fourth quadrant. So let's get started. Cosine of x is equals to 0.6, first and fourth quadrant. And what else is there? Basic angle. So you would write cosine of alpha is 0.6. Therefore, alpha is, I think it's something like 0.92 something, but I should use the calculator rather than basing my result on my memory. So therefore, this is radians and 0.6 and inverse cosine 0.9273. So 0.9273. So therefore, the final answer, one of the angles x is 0.9273. This is in the first quadrant, and the same answer will be there, negative 0.9273, that is in the fourth quadrant. Why? Because in the first quadrant, theta equals to alpha. In the fourth quadrant, you are not going 360 minus this, you are just going the reflection of the above. So theta is negative alpha, and then you should round it off. So this is 0.927 radians, and this is negative 0.927 radians. So that's how this question is done. Question number 5. Question number 5, that is a circular measure question. Make sure your calculator is in the radian mode. It's already in the radian mode from question number 5. It says the diagram shows a triangle ABC in which the angle ABC is 90 degrees and AB is 4. The sector ABD is part of the circle with center A. What does it mean? It means that this is the radius and this is the radius. So therefore, this thing AD is also 4 centimeter. And what else is there? This thing is formed because of this. So therefore, this is formed like this. That's how it goes. Find angle BAD in radians. The area of the sector is this. Find angle, find the perimeter of the shaded region. Straightforward question. So now, first of all, area of the sector, that is half r square theta. Area of the sector is 10, half is half, r square is 4 square, theta is theta. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 10 is equals to 8 theta. Therefore, theta is 10 over 8 or 1.25 radians. There is no rounding off in this particular question. That is the first thing. Now, what else is there? Now, what do we need? Find the perimeter of the shaded region. Now, let's apply some trigonometry. So, this is 1.25 radians. Can I find the length AC? Yes, I can. I can use AC as the hypotenuse. So, I can use cosine. So, first of all, use cosine of 1.25 radians. That is equals to adjacent, which is 4 divided by AC. So let me get the value of AC. So once I get the value of AC, that is one thing that I need. And out of AC, if I subtract AD, so AC minus AD, that is equal to DC. So that is the thing, DC, that is one of the things that we will get. Let me use the calculator in a short while. Can I use tangent to find BC? Yes, tangent of 1.25 is BC divided by 4. So tangent of 1.25 is BC divided by 4. Hence you will find the value of BC. So the calculator again, and this time I need a cosine of 1.25. I took out the cosine. I'm multiplying, actually not. AC is 4 divided by this thing. So I need the reciprocal multiplied by 4. So therefore this is 12.685. So this is 12.685. So this is 12.685 minus 4 is DC. So DC is 8.685 centimeter. That's the first thing. And what else is there? Tangent of 1.25. So that's 1.25 tangent multiplied by 4. So that is equals to BC equals to 12.038. 12.038. This thing is also done. Now what is in the perimeter? The perimeter is basically this region plus this region plus the arc length. So you also need the arc length BD, which is S is equals to R theta. So you also need arc length BD, that is S is equals to R theta. R is 1.25 and theta is 10 over 8. That is 10 over 8. So multiply it by 4. So therefore this comes out to be 5.0. Now add it all up. So therefore 12.038. So this time this is 12.038 plus 8.685. 8.685 plus 5. This comes out to be 25.723, and then you should round it off. So this becomes 25.7 centimeters. Next question. Functions again, but this time it looks like transformation of functions. So this is transformation. So now the question says functions f and g are both defined by such and such for all real numbers. Fx is there, gx is there. First of all, change it into the completed square form, and then this is about transformation. Fx equals to x square minus 2x plus 5. Coefficient of x square is 1. That is perfect. X square minus 2x plus bracket square minus bracket square plus 5. What goes inside the bracket? Half the coefficient of x, negative 1, negative 1. Rewrite this thing as a perfect square. So this is equals to x minus 1 whole square, and then minus 1 plus 5 is plus 4. That's the first thing. Now let me do one thing right away. That is ax minus h whole square plus k. So this is 1. We are not interested in a as such. I'm interested in the turning point, which is 1, 4. Now let's focus on gx. Gx is x square plus 4x plus 13. That is x square plus 4x plus bracket square minus bracket square plus 13. What goes inside the bracket? Plus 2, plus 2. What happens next? Rewrite the first 3 terms as a perfect square. That is x plus 2 whole square minus 4 plus 13 is plus 9. So let me write this thing as plus 9. Compare it with ax minus h whole square plus k. Actually this is 1. And now the turning point is minus 2, 9. So that is the first thing that I'm focusing on. x minus 1 whole square plus 4, 1 comma 4, and x plus 2 whole square plus 9, that is this thing. Now describe fully the transformation which transforms the graph to the graph of this thing. It's one transformation. What is the turning point? The first turning point is 1, 4. There is a translation vector hk and it's transforming it to minus 2 and 9. Got the idea? So this is simple translation because the turning point has moved. So h comes out to be negative 3, k comes out to be 5. So now this hk is different. Let me write this thing as pq. That translation is pq and this is p and q. So this is what's happening. In other words, actually not single transformation, two transformation. Because of the minus 3, the graph is shifted horizontally 3 units left and it's shifted vertically, translation 5 units up. So what is the transformation? You can write in words, or you can also write this thing as gx is basically f bracket inside x plus 3, that means left, and then plus 5. This is what is happening. So you can also write in this scenario. Otherwise, this is extra that I have written. So let me write this thing. This is extra way of writing it because in some paper the examiner could have asked for this. As such, for our purposes, this and this and this and this is all good and it looks perfectly nice. Binomial question. So now this is binomial expansion. It says write down the first 4 terms in the expansion in ascending powers of x of a minus x raised to power of this thing, a minus x raised to power of 6. So this is a minus x raised to power of 6, 4 terms. 6c0, that is the first, 6c1, and then 6c2, and then 6c3. Now for my working, 6c0 is 1, 6c1 is 6, 6c2 is 6 into 5, and then 2 into 1. So this is 15, and 6c3 is 6 and 5 and 4, and this is 3 into 2 into 1. That comes out to be 20. So I mean, instead of using the calculator, that's what I prefer to do. This is the first term is a. So I'll write a, and a. Second term is minus x. So therefore this is minus x like this. And let's look about the powers. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. And then in blue, this is 6, and this is 5, and this is 4, and this is 3. And naturally, you would be having more terms, but we are not writing it. So the first one is a power 6. Second one is negative, that is 6a power 5. Third one is positive, 15a power 4 x square, and this is x, don't forget the variable. And the last is 20 with a negative sign, 20a cube x cube. These are the first 4 terms. Now it says, given that the coefficient of x square in this expansion is such and such. So 1 plus 2 over ax multiplied by this thing is 20, coefficient of x square. So write all of them, a6 minus 6a5x. This is 15a4x square. This is negative 20a cube x cube. And now I'm interested in coefficient of x square. So coefficient of x square. What will multiply with what? So the constant will multiply with this thing. That's the first thing. So you would multiply this with this. And then let me choose purple. You would multiply this 2 over ax with a cubic thing. So that will also give you x square, and there is nothing else that will give me. So therefore this is like this and with this. So first of all, this is 1 and this is 15a power 4. Plus sign, this is 2 over a. Leave the coefficient on the side, and this is minus 20a cube. This is equals to minus 20. So 15a power 4. And this is 2 into 20 is minus 40. And this is a square equals to negative 20. So minus 20 equals to 0. So this is a disguised quadratic equation. Simplify it first. 5 3s are, so this is 3a4, 5 8s are, 8a square, 5 4s are, this is equals to this. Make a substitution, let m equals to a square, therefore m square is a power 4. So therefore m square, 3m square minus 8m minus 4 equals to 0. Sounds all good. 3m square minus 6m minus 2m minus 4 equals to 0. 3m minus 2 minus 2m minus 2 equals to 0. Therefore m minus 2. 3m minus 2 equals to 0. Therefore m is plus 2. Therefore m is 2/3. All good. But what is m? But m is a square. So therefore a square is 2. Therefore a is square root of 2. Plus minus, because there is no thing stopping it. No, there is nothing. And a square is equals to 2/3. Therefore a is plus minus square root of 2/3. So over here, I'm stopping for the first part, that is question number 1 till question number 7. In the next part, we'll proceed with more questions.